There will be no getting out of this one. Make yourself comfortable, because you will be staying here forever.
I know that nobody likes this part, so that's why I'm going to try and do all of the security measures in less than 20 seconds. So first off, there are 168 Elder Guardians almost completely preventing you from breaking any blocks around the prison. All of the important guard areas are all coarse fruit proof. There are multiple chunk bans set up in the warden's chamber, allowing the warden to easily chunk ban you if needed. Composter chambers are set up in almost every visiting area, and thin hallways prevent wither spawning entirely. They have made smuggling incredibly unlikely with their bed design, and the bed is a whole 9 blocks below the cell. The walls of the prison are coated with bubble columns to prevent withers entirely, as well as coarse fruiting and pearl glitching from underneath is also prevented with this string setup. And most of all, the cell is completely covered with invincible end crystals to prevent you from breaking any blocks entirely. But through all of this, I have an escape. So if my voice sounds a little bit weird in this part, it's probably because I have a cold. I'm gonna go into here, and this is actually a srater that's doing this. And the srater has helped me with a lot of the recording, a lot of the clips. And srater will be the visitor helping me get the pearls. So, srater is now going into here. Most of the visits actually a lot normal until you get into the pearl dropper, where you use the pearl actually to get all the others, just like this. Then it all continues as normal, really. You keep on going, and then, well... You're gonna wait for this door to open, get into the cell. Once you drop into the cell, you actually have multiple things you can do. The first thing you can do is you can put the pearls into that dropper there, and then they'll drop themselves to the prisoner themselves. Or, another thing you can do is drop the pearls to the prisoner like this, and the guard can barely see anything. So, whenever the prisoner has the pearls, I'll get into the escape now. So you'll begin pearling up the wall, just like so. And if you take any damage, of course, eat some bread afterwards to heal like this. You will stock the bread up, and once you're all healed up, you can take your pearl again and start pearl glitching into this little piston area here. Next, you pearl into this note block area where they can see the prisoner. Once you're in here, you don't need to do this. Normally you'd actually do it much faster and completely skip this part, but if you want to, you can do this and prevent yourself from falling back down there, which could ruin your escape, so preventing that is a little safer. Then you reach into this hopper over here and take out a bunch of bread, which will prevent you from taking any damage, meaning you'll only need to stock up on like a couple pieces of bread before you do the escape. Swim through these guard areas. Once you get up here, pearl back into the composter area. And again, you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to do this just for the sake of safety for the clips, because whenever I was recording this, I really did not want to mess this up. Next, you can see I will pearl up here into the guard area. Once I'm in the guard area, I can essentially roam around and do whatever I want. As you can see, there is an ender chest here, but I'm not going to be abusing it just for the sake of this video. Theoretically, you could say that there's a bed, some end crystals, and some obsidian in there, which would allow you to escape, but for the sake of this video, I will not be saying that. Instead, I will be going by what is in the guard area and what you can get without saying that there's stuff in the ender chest and having any early prep. You'll continue to walk through this walkway and turn right into this little guard area, get some obsidian and some end crystals, and then walk back into this area. Next, you will see there is a swimming position that you have to get into. This will put you into the guard area. There is some soul soil, which might make you a little slower without the guard armor, but It should be fine. You'll take a yellow bed because for some reason they have beds in there. You can swim back out. And in this part, you really don't want to mess it up. You have to swim back into this area. And if you brought TNT, it is possible to actually do it there, but the guards will hear it. And it's easier to do it quickly here by placing down your bed, setting your spawn on that obsidian block, and of course blowing it up. It was a little difficult for me because I had the texture pack on, so that end crystals are invisible just for the sake of this video. But all you have to do is do it one more time, and then kill yourself and get sent out of the prison. This is the section where I discuss every flaw with the prison that is currently well known. So, some of these flaws might not be very well known, but this first one I will mention nobody knows except me. Well, someone probably does, it's just like, they haven't really publicized it, you know? So you do is you wither glass through the first area, and then what you do is you get into the bubble column, course through into here, use bedrock breaking glitch on pieces of obsidian to get into the bubble column. Once you're in there, you can course through into the AFK chamber for the guards. It is just within 8 blocks, so you should be able to course through into here. And keep on walking into the warden's area, and from the warden's area there are a couple things you can do. You could completely be invis here, or you could barge in and destroy the thing for panics that they can't do anything. And yeah, they might hear your pearl, but normally that wouldn't be there because the chunk bit would be off. So in this area, this is when I discuss some footage from a different YouTuber. Their name will be on screen here. And essentially this is a chunk. This is like an update suppressor, something like that. It's pretty hard for me to explain, but his link to his video will be in the description, and he did a pretty good job. So I have a brief explanation here. I didn't really want to include an explanation, but I guess I'm gonna have to. It just updates a bunch of blocks until it just crashes. That's really all I really know about it, but I'm gonna share it just in case anyone's curious, and that should desync the guardians so that you're able to just mine in. So this is what prevents me from pearl glitching in Gaia's vault. And this is my newly found method of glitching through a wall entirely. I didn't even know it was a thing, but I'm going to give myself resistance, and I'm going to go up here and try it in bypassing and see if it helps. And I literally just went straight through. So this just proves that Gaia's vault is not in fact pearl proof. So as you can see, the Swiss cheese really isn't that good, and in my opinion there isn't a design that's unbypassable. People have still found ways to get through it by just the common method of going in between the 2 blocks, and this method has done, this design has done a good job at preventing just going in one single lane, but I still believe this Swiss cheese design is a big flaw in the prison. I haven't actually recorded any footage for wither cannons, but I do want to include them in the list of flaws, because currently, in the current version of me editing this video, wither cannons still aren't fixed, but they are planned to be fixed in V5, or they might already be fixed in V2. It really depends. Let's just say in V5, Obama Man has confirmed there will be no wither cannons.